Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about Canada's 2023 budget. In this video we will be discussing the latest Canadian federal budget for 2023, highlighting the key changes and new initiatives that could impact your life. From investment in healthcare and education to change in tax policy and infrastructure spending, we will break down the most important aspects of the budget and what they mean for Canadians. Whether you are a student, a business owner, or simply interested in the latest developments in Canada politics, this video is a must watch. Join us as we dive into the details of the Canada's budget 2023 and its potential impact on the economy and society as a whole. The 2023 federal budget is proposing spending to make life more affordable, encourage investments in green energy, provide improved healthcare services, and roll out the next stage of the federal dental care program. It also offers targeted funding for students, workers, science, and defense. Here is a list of some of the most significant funding initiatives in Budget 2023. 43 billion in net new spending over 6 years. Three main priorities: healthcare, dental, affordability, and clean economy. Doubling of GST rebate extended for lower income Canadians up to $467 for a family. $13 billion over 5 years to implement dental care plan for families earning less than $90,000. $20 billion over 6 years for tax credit to promote investment in green technologies. $4 billion over 7 years for an indigenous housing strategy. $158 million over 3 years for a suicide prevention hotline launching November 30. Creation of new agency to combat foreign interference. Deficit for 2022 and 2023 expected to be 43 billion, higher than projected in the fall. Higher than expected deficit projected for next 5 years. Federal debt hits 1.18 trillion. Debt to GDP ratio will rise slightly over next 2 years. Affordability. The federal government is rolling out a number of small business to help Canadians. Chief among them is the so-called grocery rebate, a one-time hike to the GST rebate which will provide up to $467 for families, $234 for singles, and up to $255 for seniors, at a cost of $2.5 million. The budget also offers about $840 million in 2023-2024 to help students starting the academic year on August 1st, 2023. The measure includes increasing the student loan limit from $210 to $300 a week, increasing student grants by 40%. On the housing file, the budget says financial institution can start offering the tax-free first home saving account to Canadians starting on April 1st, 2023. The budget also proposed to spend $4 billion over 7 years starting in 2024-2025 to implement a co-developed urban, rural, and national indigenous housing strategy. By far the largest bucket of money in the budget is for health and dental care, $3.6 billion in new spending in 2023 and 2024. The budget launches the next stage of the dental care plan, which the government agreed to as a condition of its supply and confidence agreement with the New Democrats. Last year the government opened the program to low-income Canadians under the age of 12, but this year the program is being expanded to people under 18. Persons living with a disability and seniors. It is set to be fully implemented by 2025. The budget offers an additional $250 million over the 3 years to establish an oral health access fund starting in 2025 and 2026, with $75 million annual funding after that. The program is meant to target gaps in vulnerable population. Healthcare is getting a boost of more than $3 billion in 2023 as a part of the federal government multi-year deal with the province. The budget offers $158 million over 3 years starting in 2023-2024 to the Public Health Agency of Canada to support the implementation and operation of the suicide prevention line, as well as $36 million over the 3 years for the reproductive health. Green investment. The budget offered 3 investment tax credit. The first, equal to 30% of the cost of the investment in new machinery and equipment used to manufacture or process key clean technologies and to extract, process or recycle critical minerals. is expected to cost $4.5 billion over 5 years. The Clean Hydrogen Investment Tax Credit will cover somewhere between 15 and 40% of the eligible project cost. Higher rebates will go to the project that produce the cleanest hydrogen. The hydrogen credit is worth about $5.6 billion over 5 years. The budget also provides $6.3 billion over 5 years to fund the investment tax credit for clean energy, which will offer a credit of 15% for investment in non-emitting electrical, natural gas-fired electrical generations and energy store. Lastly, the investment tax credit for carbon capture, utilization and storage will cost about $20 million over 5 years and is available to business that invest in storing carbon dioxide or use it in other industrial process. To be eligible for the highest rates of the investment credits, business must pay their employees a total compensation package and is equal to the existing union wage for the same or comparable jobs, including pensions and benefits. The budget also advancing reconciliation. The budget will provide $2.8 billion as a part of the band class settlement, which will compensate 325 bands that opted into the Gottfredson band class litigation to address the collective harm caused by residential school. The budget provides $171 million to ensure First Nation children have access to healthcare services under Jordan's Principle. Both the band class settlement and the Jordan's Principle money have been booked in for the 2022-2023 fiscal year. Science and Space. The budget is also offering $1.4 billion to the Canada Space Agency so it can continue participating in the International Space Station until 2030. The agency is getting an additional $1.2 billion over 13 years so it can contribute to building a lunar utility vehicle. The Canadian Space Agency will get another $150 million over 5 years to fund the development of new technologies and an additional $76 million over 8 years to support Canada's participation in the Lunar Gateway Station. Workers and trade. The government is also offering up a number of programs and initiatives to improve skills and working conditions, including $197.7 million in 2024-2025 to create work placement for students through partnership between employers and post-secondary institutions. Tradespeople are also being offered a deduction of $500 to $1,000 to help with the cost of new equipment. The budget is also proposing an anti-scrap law prohibiting the use of replacement workers during a strike or lockout in federally regulated industry. It says litigation will be introduced before the end of the year. Defense and security. To cope with foreign interference, Budget 2023 proposes $49 million over 3 years to help the RCMP protect Canadians from harassment and intimidation by foreign governments. It promises $13.5 million over 5 years starting in 2023-2024 and $3.1 million ongoing to Public Safety Canada to create a national counter foreign interference office. The budget promises Ukraine an additional loan of $2.4 billion for 2023, which will be provided through the International Monetary Fund. To deal with backlogs and provide support services for veterans, the budget offers $156.7 million over 5 years and $14.4 million ongoing to Veteran Affairs Canada, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the Veterans Review and Appeal Board. The article was published by CBC News on March 28, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching the detailed video for Canada's Budget 2023. If you like the video, please subscribe.